Okay, everybody, I'd like to call our meeting to order tonight. This meeting is held in compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, also known as the Sunshine Law. Please stand so we can salute the flag, and then we'll do roll call and get the fixtures set up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. And just, a moment of silence, and I know I should have said, you cannot remain standing, but just a moment of silence for everything that is happening in Europe and around the world, and all of these people that have tragically lost their lives in the confusion of our modern day. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just unbelievable. So let's keep them in mind, please. Okay, thank you. And Dexter's ready. We'll do the roll call.
Yep.
All right, sir. Pat Butler.
Sunjata Seiko. Dexter Delacruz.
Charlotte.
Jeff Regan.
Susan Galantine. Okay, thank you. Now, we're going to look at the minutes of our last meeting from October 21st, 2015. Please read these minutes, Board. Are there any corrections or additions to these minutes? You don't have the minutes that went mailed to you? Yes.
I did look at them on.
I just responded to the thread, so maybe Kimberly wasn't still on it.
No, I did get it, but I didn't know I had to print it
Oh.
out.
I have an extra copy.
Oh, great. She has an extra set.
I could always print it out again.
I read them, so no problems.
So just take a minute to look them over, Kim. And every month
Only
Dexter
correction
will
shown
send
right
them
at
to
the
Susan.
end.
He'll copy you, so you
We'll
download
leave it there, and then I'll do it.
Yeah, I know, no big deal, but it.
And the same
No, I
with the
appreciate it.
children's report that Susan does and the
You
director's
didn't get
report.
them? I sent them.
I did, but I didn't know I had to print them out.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not, it's okay, you're new, and I never thought to tell you, so, sorry. But the children's report and the director's report, anything else,
I
the
read them, I
agenda
don't always.
that, that
Yeah, you don't
Susan
always have
sends,
to print
just
them
copy.
out, because I read everything, yeah.
Okay, are there any additions, deletions, corrections to the minutes?
Just the public portion is open twice, never
Can you
closed.
tell us what page you're on, or what number?
Page 3, number 17.
Number 17. Okay, and go ahead, say again.
Public portion should be changed to closed.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay, so that's the second part. Thank you, Jeff. Any other additions, deletions, corrections? Okay, hearing none, can I have a motion to approve the minutes as read? Jeff, thank you. Thank you. Can I have a second to that?
Second.
Thank you, Sanjana. Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay, or no. Okay, I'm gonna do a roll call in a minute, just so we get it for Dexter, so Kim, A or nay, approving the minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, Sanjana?
Yay. Yay.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's right. Okay. And I don't, I'll leave the time. So minutes are approved, thank you, Dexter. Just to get that on, because I see how you're doing the minutes, I love how you're doing it. And you can really see so visually how
Oh
everything
my
goes.
God, it's like a real professional.
So I thank you, thank you, and that helps,
Minute,
that we can see it all.
And I will
Okay.
make 2 updates and then I'll resend it. But it's
Thank
been
you, thank you. Okay, now we're going to look at the financial report and the action on bills. Board, please read the financial reports and see if you have any further questions or questions at all on the financials and the receipts. So we're looking at these two, Kim, and the receipts.
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah. That's right. And this is for you, and that's the children's report, I have an extra one of those for you. Sue, how are you finding the new system for budgeting? Working okay for you? Is it easier for you to see where you are in the year?
Yes
We're
and
getting
no,
toward
yes,
the end
because
now.
I look at this one and I look at that one too. So it helps to see that, oh, we might be a little bit, in one category, it might be a negative, but with all the categories, we're still positive. So that helps. There is one question I wanted to ask about the water. How are we gonna pay for that, the outside water system? Has anybody thought about that?
We'll have to bring that up for the next budget.
Because as you can see already this month it's been higher.
Right.
It's only gonna get hot here.
Well, we probably won't be running it as much, I mean, you have to run it more when it's new, but yeah, I mean, it's still gotta be more than it was.
Just wondering under convention and meeting dues.
Yes, that's Michelle's, well, it's not, I can't do the term.
Is it the League of Municipalities?
No, it's, to get her license for notary. She's a notary.
Oh, so she's the only notary we have in the building?
Yes.
So she has to attend a meeting for that? or-
She has to, I think she has to renew her license every couple of years. 3 years? Every 3 years.
Where is
It
that
just
meeting?
came to me.
It's okay, where's that meeting held?
In Westfield? Westfield.
Any further questions, financials?
So, to your question, Sue, you're able to actually break out and know what water is for the sprinkler versus everything
No,
else?
but we just know if it's a little bit higher than normal, then it would be for the sprinkler. Well, I'm just thinking over the term, because in the summer, we're gonna be using the water more.
No, I agree. I'm just looking at my one, in the detailed one, 133 water.
Well, don't forget, we haven't gotten the bill yet for
So,
this past.
no, I'm just saying you actually break it down into, sorry, just in the,
You have water slash sprinkler system, and then you have water.
Right, the water press
so you can actually
slash,
break, but you break up,
well, only because, no, that's not the sprinkler system out here. That's the sprinkler system for the fire department. That's for, our sprinkler systems in the building. It has nothing to do with outside.
okay, okay.
The regular water is what's outside.
Okay, so
And
whether
you
you
can
run a faucet or whether you sprinkle the lawn,
Yeah, because
it's
it
all the
comes
same.
from our.
Yeah, I
faucet
agree,
out
that's
here.
why
Yeah.
I was surprised that you can actually break it down, but the water sprinkler is
The
for
water
the
is,
fire.
the water
Sprinkler
sprinkler
system.
is for this, yeah.
For the alarm system, right? Emergency?
Well, it's, I guess, it's for the fire department, the sprinkler systems that are in the building.
Any other further questions? Okay, can I hear a motion to approve the financial and receipt reports?
The Chromebooks are here? The
The Chromebooks are here. Yeah, we're checking out what kind of security we want to put on them before we lend them out. But otherwise, they're here.
But people are not able to use them as of yet.
No.
Or the kids don't have
We're gonna wait till after the holidays, and then we'll have everything in place. And we also got our crayon kiosk.
Oh, you did get it?
Yes, it's not
Okay.
up and running yet, it's over chairs and a few of the other parts they
Very
haven't
good.
sent us yet.
That was
But-
quick.
Yeah. And we got the check from the county.
Most important, most importantly, to pay for it.
So it all worked out.
Excellent. Any other further questions, anyone? Okay, then can I have a motion then again to approve the financials?
Motion.
Thank you, can I have a second on that? Second, thank you, Kimberly. Okay, let's do an A and nay. All those in favor of approving the financial statements and bills? Aye.
Okay.
Opposed? Okay, financials pass, thank you. Do we have a program or a guest speaker this evening, Sue?
No,
Is there any correspondence?
no.
To the President's report. This is the season for giving thanks, and it's just a time for me to take a few minutes to thank so many people in so many ways for everything that we do here all the time, and we don't really think about too much. Our lives are so busy, and yet we do more. Trustees, thank you for being so flexible to work with. I mean, we had a summer meeting and another additional meeting. You came to that, you changed the date today for our meeting and accommodated that. Thank you all for all of that. You're so valuable to our town and to our library. Serving as a trustee is so important. You make our library a better
Yeah.
place, and I just appreciate all of your efforts. Thank you so, so much. Susan, thank you. Our wonderful staff for creating and implementing such great programs like the one you see right here on the table, which I know she's going to talk about. But there are so many things that go on here in our library, and it's not just that you implement them and get the ideas, but this outreach that you do is wonderful. A lot of libraries don't do outreach like we do. It's so crucial to the community to get people into our library, to find out what the library is all about. So thank you so much for all you do all the time. And thank you for the friends of the library, for all your fundraising events and opportunities which enable our children's department to offer such fantastic programs here. I mean, we couldn't do it without you. Your generosity, your help, your donation of time is greatly, greatly appreciated by this board. Thank you so much, and by our town. And thank you to Mayor Wilkinson and Council, to Sean Ryan, to Mark Pasquale, to the DPW, to the library staff, our patrons who all helped to create our grand library facade, and a special thanks to Charlene Story, who dreamed the dream and worked to achieve it. Bravo. Our Veterans Library is truly an example of how altogether we can create magic. And I got this statement from a patron one day as I was out there taking pictures. And she said, you know, I left here like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. I went away and then I came back and this like happened. It's like magic. And it really is magical and it looks so wonderful. It's such a tribute to our town. So it's just an opportunity for me to thank you for all your commitment, all your time, all your efforts. Thank you. And your staff. Please convey that to from all of us, okay? All right, can we move on to the Children's Department's report?
All right, let's see. The special programs in October were the Fire Prevention Week at the library. Special thanks to the Roselle Park Fire Department volunteers who came to promote fire safety and prevention. Kids also had an opportunity to learn about the fire engine. October 31st was the annual Halloween party, and that was, they made crafts, they had snacks, and they trick-or-treated around the library. They played Halloween bingo, so it was fun. Ellen conducted 2 technology by appointment sessions at the library teaching basic computer skills. And she conducted 3 introduction to computer classes at the Casano Center, teaching seniors basic internet and email skills.
And they talk about it constantly, I have to
Yeah, she
tell
does
you.
a great job.
They love her, and they're learning so much. They were telling me all about it and how excited and how thankful they were for that. So.
Yeah, she's a very good teacher. Total attendance at all the programs was 520. And we had the usual, the conversational French, Crazy 8 math club, Halloween party. Lego Club, Read to the Dog, Fire Prevention Program, Chess Club, Story Times. And the total circulation was 1,598 for children's. And that's it.
It's up over last year, Okay, the director's report?
Okay, we issued 40 new cards this month, so that's pretty exciting.
That's a lot of cards. Does that even happen, I'm just curious, like on days when, like, for example, like special things were happening, programs or anything?
Well, especially since the schools have been encouraging the children to come and get library cards, because we just had, I think the fourth grade or third grade, it's in my report, one of the classes came just the other day, and they were told that they had to have a library card before they could come.
Great.
So a lot of parents came in to get library cards. So that was, it's nice to have the school pushing library and cards.
Especially when they don't have
Libraries.
Kids been reading to the second graders at the Robert Gordon School. I attended a LUC meeting at the Roselle Library. I attended the Citizens Advisory Council Committee meeting at the high school. And who's the woman who was gonna bring all the dog food over?
Oh, Judy.
Judy,
Did she bring?
yes.
Oh, she's
She
wonderful.
came over and the high school seniors
It's the SAS, program.
did a fundraiser for, and they know that we're big on
It's
them.
Students Above Self. It's a program that's been in existence at the high school for many years. So very positive self-esteem program, and also a positive program that she really runs with the students in the community. It's a great program.
Well, she brought over the tons and tons of dog and cat food and the toys. So I called Alex Balaban for the cat merchant good stuff, and I brought the dog food and toys. Bill from the Casano Center picked up because his daughter runs the Union Animal Shelter. So it all went to a good home. Let's see. We had a 12 special needs adults from the Union County ARC came to visit the library on November 18th, and Kit read them a story, and they enjoyed coloring holiday pictures. So I'm going to try and do that more often now that our other group doesn't attend as much anymore. That we used to have every Wednesday.
They don't attend as much.
They don't attend at all.
Oh,
There was an
shame.
issue and they couldn't come
Oh,
anymore.
that's too bad.
Well, we all know the library lawn was ready and completed by Veterans Day, and the ceremony was just beautiful. It was a beautiful day. Everything works out so nice. I love the green lights that are outside. I love the lights in the tree. Just
Yeah, I'm
beautiful.
very happy with the lights.
Isn't it great? It's just
It's
amazing.
so nice when we're here at night, we look out and they're flickering. Oh, they're just
And
beautiful.
thank you for being here and offering
Oh,
coffee and cookies. That was wonderful.
I'm glad I was
To come in,
able to help.
you know, it was great.
We received 2 signed books for the collection, A Careless Word, A Needless Sinking by Captain Arthur Moore, and White Seals Became Me, Memoirs of Seafaring Heritage by Nicholas Starries II. He's the one I think that did the talk. We've received the form.
We're giving them.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty interesting.
It wasn't, the one
To
thing
me, I thought it was really
that-
interesting. It just was cold.
The one
think,
thing I
out there.
thought that might be valuable about that was for some of the parents, especially, to learn that this is an option for an excellent career for your children. You know, if you go there, it's free.
It's
There aren't a whole lot
What is
of
it?
free,
What is it?
the Merchant Marine
Oh.
Academy. I mean, that's, if you go into, I mean, you can go into the administrative side. I mean, there's lots of directions to go in with that education, and it is a free education. for
And they
4
don't
years.
push it a lot in the schools, the Merchant
And,
Marines.
no, it's not well known, and,
No, it's not everything.
you know, it's the same procedure as with West Point. You know, you get an appointment, and it's a wonderful
I
education.
thought he was an
It's a
interesting
beautiful
speaker.
place. I mean, that was the old Chrysler Mansion
Yeah.
in Long Island, So it's a beautiful location for what that's worth, and I don't know how much kids care. But,
Yeah.
but it is a 4-year free education, which isn't too bad these days.
And
No.
in today's world, that's good for parents to know, too, you know.
We received the Chromebooks and because they were a little less expensive than I anticipated when I did the grant, we could also get the cases to go with it, so it was really
And they're
nice.
beautiful, I came in and saw them.
The cases and the crayon kiosk is here, and we'll be putting that together soon. The panic button was installed.
Great.
We got CAP money for that. The new copy machine has come, and it's just phenomenal, and considering the old relic we had. We were almost gonna get the scribes to come in instead.
This is a question that came up in another meeting about charges and such. How much do you charge for copy machine?
10 cents.
And what about color?
We don't do color on that
You don't
copy
do any
machine.
color at all?
We do special, if somebody special wants
So,
a color
do
thing,
you
it's
charge
25 cents.
That's what it is. Thank you very much.
The copier comes with a $1 bill changer.
Modern technology.
I know.
Conveniences,
All the,
yes.
and you know what, it's so funny,
Take
because
Apple
whenever
Pay?
you use it, it sounds like a slot machine. So it has that ringing like a slot machine, so you really feel like
Let me get more
We'll make
change, more
money.
change.
That's great.
So you really feel like you're in a casino when you're doing the, it's great, it really is. Charlene donated a book, Transcendence, My Spiritual Experiences with Pramukh Swami by Abdul Kalam. She received this book at the Indian Festival.
In Edison, actually.
Oh, was that Edison? Okay.
Yeah, the big temple,
Oh, I've been there for things. It's phenomenal.
it's amazing.
It
Well,
is
if you
amazing.
ever have a chance to go down when they do the Diwali celebration, they make tons and tons and tons of handmade food, like in
Really?
this amount of time.
Mhm.
It is phenomenal, and outsiders are welcome. So it is well worth seeing,
Yeah, it's a beautiful temple.
except if you go with a significant other of the opposite sex, sexes are separated.
Right.
Really?
Oh, yes. That's
So the mayor and the councilman go this way, and I go that way.
Aw.
They get to pour water over the god's head and to do all this other stuff. I get to look at the food. Try not to want to eat it.
Cultural influence.
I went to an Orthodox Jewish wedding once that was like that, where they had the sheets in the middle of the
They are
floor.
separated also.
And the men were dancing on one side, women on the other. It was fascinating.
Well, here you could at least, I could see the guy.
I didn't have the sheets.
It was sort of, I went to high school in diocesan high school, which had a girls' division and a boys' division. The only things we shared were the library and the cafeteria. And at first, things loosened up. And there was a time of that thing happening, but the first year, you had the boys' side, the girls' side. You could see each other. You could stand and talk to each other on the edge. You couldn't sit next to each other.
I think
So it's not-
I think
that's not
Elizabeth
such a
was
bad
the same
idea,
way.
you
They had
know?
a girls' high school and a boys' high school for a long time. And then I think.
I went to an all-boys high school.
Yeah.
Which one?
Bergen Catholic in Bergen County.
Anything else in the
Yes,
budget?
and then I'm just confident that all the trustees will be able to sell our 50/50s, because that's our big moneymaker this year, and it helps for the summer program.
Pays for the summer program.
It pays
It's all
for the summer
It's all for
program.
the Friends of the Library.
Yes, for the Friends of the Library.
How many
yes.
books are you hoping to sell?
I don't know how many books there
We have
were.
500 tickets.
500?
500 tickets.
Tickets, not books.
And each one has 10, so what is that? Who's the math person here?
No, you have
That's
500
like that.
tickets.
10
That's
tickets in each
5,000.
book.
5,000.
500 tickets.
50.
But you said you have wait a minute, you said you have
I
five.
have 500
So it's 50
tickets.
books.
Yeah.
500
50
tickets.
books.
Going back the other way.
So 2,500 for
Talking about getting
That's right.
Yeah.
Susan, just one question about the Chromebooks. You said the security. Are you talking about security once you're inside, or more the physical security, so someone's
More the
not
physical
leaving with it?
security, people aren't leaving with
So
it.
you have, what are your
Well,
thoughts
I don't know
around
what
that?
we're thinking of doing, because we're gonna keep them down in the children's room, and they'll be handed out, and the children aren't allowed to, it's a pretty secure room. They can't leave with anything. But
No, I think just that's,
we do have those what we have on all our books, the security
You have the
tickets.
security monitor inside,
Right,
so if
which-
they go
so
out
it'll
the
be-
door
The
up
alarm
here,
goes off.
You
it'll
peel that
set the
thing off,
alarm
right?
off, right?
It's hard to peel it off, and we're thinking of putting it someplace maybe where they can't get, I don't know, we're gonna have to
Do
figure
you have a
it
lot
out.
of
I mean, if you
problems
have any
with
suggestions,
Been peeling them off, or?
no, never.
I was gonna say, it's
It's
probably.
hard to peel them off.
If the bottom unscrews, maybe put them on the inside of the bottom plate, will they still be readable through the metal?
Well, the children's room is so secure down there, they have to go through that door initially. Then they would have to travel up here too, so that's kind of like two stop guards. I would think if you have the security plate in there somewhere, and they have to have the case to leave, they can't leave without the case.
And what we're
Maybe
thinking
put
of
it in the
doing
case.
is the children might have to give up their library card to the desk.
That would be
Yeah, I
a
think that-
great
yeah,
idea,
I'm just
yeah,
saying,
just to monitor.
it's valuable and small, right?
And don't forget, it's not necessarily the child who would go out with it.
You're
That's
right.
true.
So I think that we're gonna get the, just like we used to, when we used to have those, what was the little blue book for the cars? I used to be on the reference desk at the Morris County Library. People would have to give their license for that.
It's like a
When you
reference
hand it
book,
to them.
whenever
It's
you
like a
borrow a
reference
reference
book,
book, you would
right.
give your
It was called
card.
the blue
I
book.
think that's a very good idea, and
Yeah,
it might
put
work
them on.
very well.
So, if you have any other suggestions, just tell me. Send them over. And
So we
that's it.
certainly don't want to lose them, for sure. Okay, thanks.
I know some people I could ask.
Good.
that I haven't used.
Yeah.
There's one thing that you can get actually, it's a little lock thing that you put most books have it where,
Like a little slot
a
in
little
there?
slot in there, you cut it in, and I'm sure you can have it where it would be through, where you can actually remove it. It's actually, I just don't know the cost to it. It's-
Oh, really? I never heard of
And
that.
what is this? This is a little laptop or?
It's
I'll
about
show you
the
what it
size
looks
of
like.
Dexter's laptop
Okay.
right there. It's about that size. I've
How
seen
much
it.
did
Now
you
what
want?
my report came.
The whole
179
group of them
check-in.
was about $650 for all.
179 apiece.
Thank you very much. I don't have it right in front of me. What are they doing?
About 600.
They're laptops for children to use in the children's room. They're going to load them, I don't know if they did yet, with software that's appropriate reading and math and other opportunity things that students can use in the building. It is very good.
Most schools are using them now, Chromebook.
And the kids are familiar with them here. They're using them in classrooms. In fact, they're going to buy something quite similar, or have already bought them, I shouldn't say, might have already bought them already, for all sixth grade middle school students in our district. Now, I don't know if that, they definitely were talking about that, and they brought it, it's coming in during the year for student use, and the students will be taking them home. And it might be worth a call to the Board of Ed to find out what they're doing with that program, because maybe it's something that they've found out that might be easier as far as them reading with them, since they're doing that circulation at home. They must be monitoring them somewhat.
And that breaks it down.
Thank you.
Okay. And I don't know if Sue left, I don't know if she's done.
She said her president's report was done.
Well, thank you.
She
Sue.
went into her office, but that's what she said.
Okay, so I have the report for the superintendent of schools. She's not able to be here tonight, so let me just read it to you. This is her report for November. Elementary, Aldine School. The entire staff and student body, along with help from some high school siblings, kicked off our Reading Challenge Bucket List project with a dynamic pep rally on 11/20/15. Dancing, singing, and sharing an audiobook got everyone excited to read. Each class has received a bucket list of 60 genres, topics, or theme to check off as motivation to engage with a vast array of literature. We are looking for celebrity readers to host as the challenge continues. We will share our bucket list via Mrs. Hahn so that the library can feature some of the items on the list. Aldine also hosted a literacy event on 11/9/15, during which our reading recovery and basic skills teachers met with parents to discuss their Fountas and Pinnell levels. Those are the ABCDE levels that your children normally see students with on their books. They're Fountas and Pinnell. This is just additional, my information.
You gotta explain
They're-
it to me.
Okay, so years ago, you had grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. And now in our new world of language arts in schools, there's a new system of leveling books for students. And there's an ABC 1, 2, 3 leveling. It is the Fountas and Pinnell model, just so you understand what she's talking about. It's that particular, they designed it, they created it, They're making millions out of this. A lot of school districts use it, and it's a very good program. At Robert Gordon, the children are enjoying this kit from the Coming In to Read each month. We are participating in a minute challenge where the students read 20 minutes each night. So far, we have read 153,465 minutes. Ms. Swers and Ms. Basile's fourth grade class are in the lead with 17,870 minutes read. The first grade classes are busy preparing their play for their Thanksgiving feast. At the middle school, last week was the initial rollout of the MS 1.1 initiative. Students were provided, here we go, here it is, an HP X360 G2 series convertible laptop that can also be used as a notebook computer. This will allow students to do daily activities using a touchscreen. Students will also be able to access many of the programs already available in the district. This can be used as a means of reviewing and reinforcing skills on their own time and their own pace. After our laptop rollout has been completed, Mr. Estrada will be taking the computers to redistribute them to the elementary schools. The Media Center will continue to be used for large group presentations, reading and checking out books, doing homework at lunchtime, and as a classroom when necessary. It is equipped with a projector and a whiteboard. And that's Julianne Bello, principal of Alden School, her report for the superintendent of schools. Okay, sorry. Our report for our liaison council.
Well, you all know what went on with the library lawn, so we have one more person who wants a bench, and since we have another bench still in the process, we can do that. What we will do is, what the town will do is that we will get the people who are working one of the roads to come over and pour the cement. It's easy to think that we could just add a bench here and there, but if you have to add that little pad individually, it would actually end up costing you about $500 a pad, so that gets crazy. So that's going to be it. That'll be the end of the benches. Yeah, but that's, we've done very, very well on that. So what I would see is the next thing to do is to think about the inside furniture. And there were a couple of people who were interested in benches, and then I kind of never heard from them again. And I think it probably was the cost, because it was not inexpensive.
No.
But these might be people who might sponsor a piece of furniture,
Absolutely.
something
And
like
you have those
that.
furniture
How much is it?
catalogs, I know
The
you've
benches
talked
are
about
in
that.
there.
And we do have cap money,
Right.
so
that's
right
true.
after
Right.
the holidays.
Or, if somebody
we're gonna
wanted to get a
people in.
particularly nice chair or something, we
Yes.
could put
A plaque.
because as I said, there were people who were interested, it's just, I think that was too much money. So that's something we could,
Excellent.
we know there's some interest out there that people
Be
are
a great way to
interested
make
in
our insides look
contributing
as
to
good
the
as our
library
outside.
too, so,
Yeah.
just a thought.
It's a good idea.
It's a good thought, though,
Yes.
because we could have a little order form, once we get somebody in here, because I want to get somebody in here to really plan the furniture placement and everything. So we're not just buying willy-nilly, And then maybe if there's some pieces that we like that we can't afford, we could always make a list.
Great.
Sponsor, whatever.
Or a
Yeah,
special
sponsor
piece,
a table,
like a
sponsor a
wooden chair,
You
or
think
a
about
special
Yes.
piece of
complete
furniture.
in general?
I'm
Are
sorry.
you thinking of complete internal
Well, not
redesign?
complete, but we have money as.
No, we know where the furniture is right now for all intents and purposes,
Yes.
but are we?
But I'm thinking that if I get
Different.
somebody, I have no concept of
Yeah, no, I
placement.
think it's.
Well,
So I think I'm gonna get Stu from Library Interiors.
Will he come for free?
Yeah, he comes for free.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best
He's
price.
actually, he was actually
We'll
very
take
good.
3 of them.
Actually, from what, he's been here before.
Well,
and
he's been here
he's very
before,
good,
we had
actually.
no money, we anticipated money, and he gave a beautiful floor plan
He
of
really did.
everything. But, then we couldn't use him. But if we might be able to use him and buy some
Yeah.
furniture.
Absolutely.
Because he does go out for the best prices, but he does come in, or his associates, and they'll sketch up a plan on how you could better place everything.
I used him in Bridgewater, he was excellent too. He does state things too, so
Yeah.
it'd be a good one to call. Okay. Anything else, Sean?
Nope.
All right, thank you. Any other reports from officers? We have no standing committees at this time. Thanks to St. John. No? Okay, and Joe's not here tonight. Any special committee reports? We have no special committees ongoing. So now what I'd like to do is open the public portion of our meeting this evening. Can I have a motion, please, to open the public portion of our meeting?
Motion.
Thank you, Jeff. Can I have a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Our public portion is opened. Are there any members of the public who would like to come up to speak? Please come up, state your name, address, and ask your question.
Jacob McGarrett, 612 Sheridan Avenue, Roselle Park. There's standing water at the end of the sidewalk going to West Clay Avenue. It's in the gutter. It's been there like that for a couple of days.
I have an appointment with the DPW tomorrow morning out here. I have an appointment with the DPW tomorrow morning out here. I'll point that out. Thank you.
Cost of the new printer copying machine, how much?
Well, we don't pay outright for it because we lease it.
You lease to buy?
No, we just lease it for 5 years. We could lease to buy, but in 5 years, they're usually out of date, so they
That's a good
just
one.
send it and they
But
bring
you
a new
get
one.
a trade-in allowance.
They take it away. Everybody does that, that's
And
the way it
With
is.
that
You lease
lease
your,
agreement, Susan, you also get repair work. You can call
oh
them.
yeah, we get
They
all
do
our
all
toner,
explain
we
how
get
that works.
everything.
So
Yeah,
it's
when we
a
lease
really
it,
good deal.
we get our
In
toner.
the price
Yes. The toner, fixing it,
for 5 years.
for 5 years, yes.
Is that in written contract?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Budget. $416,970 has been spent up to October. You have still November and December. The budget total is $427,000. So it's $11,000 to be spent between November and December.
Oh, we said we spent 340, 462,
Excuse me?
right? Isn't that how we, yeah, 460. We didn't spend
They've got 76,000 for the next 2 months.
Yeah. We have 76,000 for the next 2 months.
Where do I see?
Show
that?
them the column so you can see how it flows. So it's the way you read it. And it's a new form.
Here,
so.
340, here's year-to-date 340, and the rest, and the actual balance, 76,577.
Okay. So you have enough money,
You do? We have plenty.
plus $11,000 from the $427,000. You spent $416,000,
Where's
I don't know what you're talking about.
so it's 340, and it's 76,000.
Jake, when you're looking at this sheet, okay, if you look year-to-date, the third column from the right is the easiest way to explain this, I guess, and you go down to the very bottom, you'll see her expenditures. That's the expenditures, the actual expenditures.
Joe, I think you're adding the two. 340 is the only number, is what's been spent as of October 31st.
The 76 is
just
what's
a
left.
subtraction of what's remaining.
Okay. Thank you.
Are there any other members of the public who would like to come up to speak tonight? Okay, seeing none, I'd like to hear a motion to close our public portion of our meeting this evening.
Motion?
Thank you, Jeff. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Kim. Public portion is now closed. Okay, old business. Is there any old business? New business. Any new business?
Yeah, I just have a question, actually. Just want to, not to bring up something, whether it's this month or next month, but I know my term as a board of trustee ends, I believe, December
This year?
15.
Really?
Yes.
Well, he took someone's place.
That's
So, just want to understand the process internally of what may or may not be happening, and I'm not asking for anything at this point in time, I'm just want to not be surprised, unlike when I know last year there were some surprises.
Well, I think he has to write a letter, right? Or express an interest.
Charlene, would you like to address this since you're
I
here?
think you just have to write a letter, and I think it's just gonna be automatic.
Okay.
Okay.
Write it to,
To Mayor Hokinson. And appointments are made in January at the annual reorganization meeting.
Which I think is
And-
the 7th this year.
What is it, the 7th?
Yeah, let me look to be sure I'm not telling you more.
And also, after that meeting, our first meeting in January is our election meeting here. So that's when we elect officers.
yeah, I was here for the I was here for the.
And our next meeting in December,
7th is the real.
I'm going to ask everyone, I'm going to give you out another copy of the bylaws in case you don't have it. If you don't have yours, I would ask you, after the holidays, to read through the bylaws, the descriptions of all the offices. And in January, when you come in, then we'll have our election in January, as stated in the bylaws. It's a kind of an informal election, it's out loud. We don't have a nominating committee, that's not in the bylaws. It could be changed, but right now it's not. So that's kind of the way we have done it.
Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure.
And Dexter, we love having you here.
We are also in the December 2015.
I think you came in the same time, I want
I
to
think it's
say.
the 31st.
What happened was,
But you took someone's place.
when I first came, I took someone's place, but then I was reappointed.
Okay, you were reappointed.
I was reappointed.
Okay, so you're,
But I am considering whether I am going to have enough time to continue. Because I will be on the
What
board
happened?
I will be on the Board of Education. I will be on the Board of Education come January. And with that, and this, and a young family, it can be time consuming. So I just have to see how that's.
Think about it carefully, and I have to tell you, we've really enjoyed having you here on the board. You've been so valuable to us, but I completely understand, and congratulations on the election to the
Yes.
Board of Education. That's wonderful, I'm so glad.
And if,
just don't forget the little people.
if you choose,
They are little.
if you choose not to continue, if there's anyone that you can think of, who might be interested, let us know. Because we'll always have to start looking.
And then at the end of December, if you have decided not to, if you could just write a letter to Mayor Hokinson stating such, I'd love a copy of that too.
Sure.
But I will miss you, I know I will see you.
Well, he's not
I
sure
understand.
yet.
Yeah, I'm not
We
sure
didn't
yet.
say
Are you pushing me out already?
I'm not, I want you
A
here.
couple good examples, good candidates that we can replace.
Oh, no,
No, we
no.
want him to stay,
Enjoy
but we
the
can
meetings
understand.
here, but I do understand, it's a lot of meetings with the Board of Education, a lot of responsibility. Okay, well, you think about it, sir, thank you. All right, no other new business?
The only thing I was thinking is that maybe in December sometime, the finance committee can get together, we can all get together and talk about the budget for next year.
Okay, that's a good
Good
idea.
idea.
Start getting something in place. Because when do we usually, I never remember.
Well, we'll check it as early as possible.
February? Yeah. So
I
it'd be
don't know
nice
if
if we
I'll-
could look at all.
Yeah, and I don't know who will be financed, whether it'll be me or somebody else next year, so.
Yeah. So,
And it was myself and Joe and Alex that was formed. Anyone else is welcome to join us at this point.
Dexter's looking around.
That's
No, I
yeah.
certainly willing to.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so
Great.
I'll send out a little memo, and then
Right.
you just send me dates whenever you're available, and we'll see what we can do to get together.
That's great. Okay, good.
Not the 24th.
Or the 25th.
Not the 25th.
Yeah, well, you guys work it out among
Oh,
yourselves.
come
but thank you.
on.
Thanks for your
Go out for
time.
some drinks.
Oh, there you go, there's
And
the
we'll do the
Lord,
plan.
the Lord.
You said you have a sludge, you had a petty fund back there, right?
That's right, a slush fund.
Is there any further business?
That was
There's
off the
no
record, by the
objection?
way, over there.
I would ask for someone to make a motion for the meeting to adjourn. Thank you, Jeff. Do I hear a second? Thank you, Kimberly. Our meeting is adjourned. Our next meeting will be Wednesday, December 16th at 7 o'clock, our regular meeting, so we'll be back to Wednesday again. And everyone, have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Thank you for
happy
everything you
Thanksgiving.
do here. And so, John, think about it real careful.
Yes.
Miss you greatly, valuable person here. I understand, I understand.